imagine the world without sound. Pretty weird, isn't it? Now imagine your life like that 24/7. Do you ever question how American Sign Language came to be? Could you imagine being a deaf parent and not being able to hear your child's first word? Or hear them talk about their day after school every day too? 15% of American adults develop some sort of hearing issue. It'll be super beneficial if you learn where American Sign Language came from, along with a few signs along the way. The effects that American Sign Language has had on the deaf community has led to so many advancements in the day-to-day lives of deaf Americans. I've been taking an ASL class for 2 years now, and my grandma and aunt are half deaf and slowly becoming more deaf. First, I will talk to you about the founding of American Sign Language, then the accommodations that have went along with American Sign Language, then the education of American Sign Language. The effects that American Sign Language has had on the deaf community has led to so many advancements in the day-to-day lives of deaf Americans. The founding is very complex. So, American Sign Language started in Spain, then moved to England, then moved to France. Laura Green, author of her 1981 book, Discovering Sign Language, stated that American Sign Language started in Spain, where no information was passed, then moved to England, where the only person that knew how American Sign Language developed was from the person that was taught, so obviously they couldn't communicate very well. Then, it moved to France, where everything branched out. Since American Sign Language and French Sign Language are so similar, and based off of each other, signs like B are the same in American Sign Language and French Sign Language. Signs like G, this is G in American Sign Language, and this is G in French Sign Language, are different. This is the sign H in American Sign Language, and this is the sign H in French Sign Language. Thomas Gallaudet learned about what was happening over in France, so he went to learn what they were teaching and bring it back to America. Since the founding, there have been many advancements in accommodations that have developed in American Sign Language. Specifically, the visor card and video input. The visor card is kept in the car, and it shows how you can communicate with a deaf driver if they are pulled over. Stated by the Michigan Department of Civil Rights in their 2019 article, New Communication for Drivers That Are Deaf or Hard of Hearing, states that deaf or hard of hearing drivers can drive with a visor card present, stating that they are hearing impaired. On the card, it states that you can communicate with them through American Sign Language, lip reading if you can lip read, and pen and paper, or a cell phone if you have that present. Video calling has also made it really easy to have conversations with the deaf virtually. Along with the advancements in culture, there have also been advancements in education. The founding of the first deaf college was founded by also the founder of American Sign Language, Thomas Gallaudet. Thomas Gallaudet thought that this college would be the fastest and most effective way to get the news out. This college is still around now, and a lot of deaf students go here to learn more about the culture. Here in Michigan, there are 7 deaf schools. Jamie Burke states in her 2018 Deaf and Hard of Hearing Community article that the 7 deaf schools in Michigan are Berrien Springs, Flint, Detroit, Charlevoix, Lansing, Kalamazoo, and Ann Arbor. First, I talked to you about the founding of American Sign Language. Then I talked to you about the accommodations that went along with American Sign Language. And then I talked to you about the education in American Sign Language. The effects that American Sign Language has had on the deaf community has led to so many advancements in the day-to-day lives of deaf Americans. Now that you've learned some signs, B, G, and H, and you've also learned how far American Sign Language has come. England, France, Spain,